So I get a lot of questions on my charts and why they look so crazy. So let's just go high level into this, but my trading course goes over everything and it will make sense if you're inside of there. But for any newcomers to my trading page, let's look at my chart and break it down a little bit. So when we look at this, to the everyday person, this looks like a hot mess. Let's just be real, right? So let's just turn everything off and start to look at a naked chart. Let's remove all of our drawings. Okay, so now we're looking at a naked chart, right? We can see market structure from here. We can draw trend lines from here if we wanted to. But when we're waking up in the morning and we're looking at our charts, where do you start, right? How can you break this down in an easy way to start understanding this? Again, this is all inside of my course broken down simply for you guys, but I'm just going to go over this really quick. I turn on my session so I can see where Asian session was, London, and where New York session starts, so I can get a starting point just to see what market structure has done easily. This helps my eyes kind of just pinpoint where like the London high might have been, the London low, what we did in Asian session, how market structure is moving and why. So that is helpful for me. I will turn on my VWAP. I'm usually looking for either buys above or below and rejections. And then as far as my zones go, I just start marking up my zones. And then this gives me a clear indication on where price is at, where it could be going, if it hasn't reached a zone yet. All of these things, they all play a role together to give me my trading setup so I can have nice, consistent wins with my trading, and I can have my stop losses set accordingly. Because if I do not have these zones, you know, you're ultimately guessing in a sense where to put your stop loss at. So if you've ever guessed where to put your stop loss, put it in the comments, let me know. But definitely something that happens to a lot of traders. And I typically will trade with a 20-point stop loss. So if we look at this, we can say, okay, this is 20 points. So we know if at our zone, it starts to push above. If it starts to break down below our zone, we're hard stops out. But things like this keep you in your trade, and also you're not guessing. It takes the guesswork out of trading. So I just wanted to go over that high level, what I'm looking at, why my charts look so crazy. One more thing that I didn't mention is trend lines. You will see me throw trend lines up on the chart as well. I will look for channels. So as we can see, we had a nice channel today. We could see a trend line break here. Trend line break, push in London session. We could say that also if we look back, maybe you were trading Asian session. We could say this is a trend line break, came into our zone, rejection, came down to the VWAP, rejected off of it. So multiple different opportunities, just depends on what you're looking at and how you see the market structure. But high level, that's what this looks like.